You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be using this 10-piece wildflower die set that I picked up from Temu in my last haul. I went ahead and I cut all of these wildflowers out with some black cardstock, and I just want to show you the detail that gets etched into these flowers. It's just so pretty and subtle, and I'm going to make a card project using some of these beautiful wildflowers. So I've got all of these cut out already. I'm going to put them off to the side. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all, so I cut them all out anyways. So I've got my ink blending brushes, another product that I picked up from Temu. I have my ink pad holder and my brush holder, and those are 3D printed items that I designed. And I've got some ink, a silicone mat, and a piece of smooth white cardstock. I'm going to start by inking up my brush really well with this nice green ink, and I'm going to apply it to the paper, running my brush in a circular and swiping motion to get a nice smooth blend. And I'm inking up one whole side of this cardstock. Once that's done, I'm going to switch over to a yellow ink, and I'll switch to another brush and ink up the center of the cardstock with the yellow ink, and I'm blending into the green. And I always start off of the cardstock with my brush just to make sure that I don't get any harsh lines on my paper. Now with this nice smooth cardstock and these inks and the brushes, this is a trifecta of elements that combined together make beautiful blends. So when you want to make sure that you get a nice smooth ink blend, those three things are the most important. Alright, so once I'm done with that, I'm going to switch over to pink. I finish up with the pink, and then I decide to use a sort of dark gray color to just ink up around the edges. Now it does look like a mess at this point, but don't worry, we're going to keep going and it's going to turn out beautiful. So I'm just inking up the edges with that dark gray ink, and it creates a really pretty sort of glowing effect. So I get that all cleaned up, and I come back in with my other three colors of ink. Whatever's on the brushes, I'm just using. I'm not re-inking. I'm just using the brush to blend in whatever's left on it into that black to try to soften it a little bit. And now once these inks dry into the paper, they're going to smooth out really nicely. So now I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of black cardstock that I'm going to use to create a mat on the back of this panel. I'll just get that trimmed out and adhered together, and I'm happy with the way this is looking so far. And like I said, don't worry if it looks messy at this point, it's all going to look beautiful in the end. So I'll get those two layered up. I'm going to grab a top folding A2 size note card. This is already pre-cut and scored. I keep these in my stash so that I can grab them when I'm ready to make a card. I'll just crease that with my bone folder, and I'll get this panel lined up onto the center of my note card. Now I'm going to start adhering some die cuts down onto this panel. Originally, I had wanted the green on the bottom, but I didn't notice that I had my panel upside down until this very moment of voicing over this video. So it is what it is. I can't really do much about it. So I'm grabbing my silicone mat here, and I'm applying little dots of a liquid adhesive and grabbing some reverse tweezers, popping down those elements onto the colorful panel and trimming away any pieces as I need, using a cloth just to like dab up any of that extra adhesive that might be sticking out along the sides, because I don't want that to be visible. So I'll adhere all of these pretty die cuts across the entire panel, and then this looks absolutely lovely so far. Once everything is adhered down, then I'll come back in with my scissors and I'll just snip away anything that might be hanging over the edge of the card. I want it to stay within the frame, so I'll just snip away any of those little extra bits and pieces. And then the last thing I'm going to need for this card is a sentiment. So I'm just going to grab my little basket of pre-cut sentiments. I love having this to make quick and easy cards, and I just dig through looking for the perfect sentiment. And once I find it, I'm going to apply some liquid glue to the back of that, pick it up with my reverse tweezers, and look for the best spot to place it, press it down, and we're done. And that is it. This card is complete. Now you'll see those beautiful colors sort of softening in the background as that ink dried. It is upside down, and I have the green on the top, which ideally I would have preferred to have that on the bottom, but that's okay. The card project is complete. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. Don't forget to check out the description box down below where you'll find a coupon code for Temu. If you download the app, then you'll get products for free, and that's always a wonderful thing. I love the products that I've picked up so far from Temu and enjoy the savings and beautiful products that they carry. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have yourself a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!